Hey fam, this is Coach Nate, and this video here is part 2 of how you can up armor your fencing mask for historical European martial arts purposes for HEMA. Because we all know that we use bigger swords than Olympic fencing, and that's exactly what these things were built for in the first place. And so we've got to do something more to keep our brain buckets safe. So our brain chariots have to protect us more. All right, so in the first video, I kind of showed you around what this was all about. Now I'm going to give you a tools list of how I was able to put this leather strap on the forehead. And this is going to be another video. It's a different material that is not leather, something else. We'll get into that in another video, maybe later. So let's get into the parts list. Okay, so what you're going to need, you're going to need some leather strap. You're going to need a way to measure that. A straight ruler sucks, so get something like this. You're going to need a way to make the mesh. Let me see here. See, like the grid. You're going to have to figure out something that creates an opening. You don't want to cut the mesh. You want to just bend it, displace it out of the way. This tool works really. Excuse me. This tool works really well for that. They're not very expensive. I forgot what they're called, but you're gonna need one of those or something similar to create a larger opening in the mesh where you want it to go. A hole punch. If you don't have a hole punch, it's awfully nice to have, but you could actually use this for double duty to put holes in this. You're also gonna need a way to cut your leather. Now you can use a knife or scissors, but I got real smart. And this is a fabric cutter. Guys, this cuts leather really, really well. So I do recommend one of those to cut this leather. How zippy. Yeah, that's right. Okay, let's see what else. Oh, yes. So rivets. There's all kinds of different rivets you could use. I really like these. These are called Chicago screws. They're basically reversible rivets. Nice and easy to work with. The downside is the diameter of them is perhaps a little wider in diameter than other types of rivets. But if you don't like what you've done, you could take this out and you're not out a rivet. These are called Chicago screws. They have different ones. This one is not a Phillips. It's the straight head. So you need a screwdriver for that. This is what they look like. So the pros are you don't need like a hammer or a special rivet gun. You just need a screwdriver. Cons are that they are threaded. So you will have to retighten the threads every so often, unless you use something like a rubber bushing or something to dampen the vibrations. Or you could use like some Loctite or something to hold it on there. So you're going to need a rivet. Okay, so yeah. All right. So that's the old helmet. So new helmet. This is what I did, and here's the dilemma, guys. This is the Lenark fencing mask. Good price. I had seen some other students at my club. They had this, and I was really impressed with the mesh, and so anyway, I liked it, and I thought, okay. When the time comes, I think I'm going to buy one. Well, upon closer inspection, there's some things that I do not like about this mask, but it's definitely doable. So I didn't want to take it back or anything. I am going to use it. Now, what I did like about it is the washable liner is stabilized, dude. The washable liner goes around the entire helmet. I do like that. On this guy, it's only that part. So the top, the forehead, you cannot take out. But this one you can. Now, the con to that is that how do I say this? This is all Velcroed in, and that's fine and good. But the problem with the Velcro is that this spot right here, this teeny tiny spot right here, and this one here, they're like natural pivot points. And so any time there's pressure on the face, like when pressure hits on this, then if this is against your forehead and this is against your chin, the chin part right there. Okay, if that's the case, then basically right here is where it pivots, right where you don't want it to. And that might be okay for Olympic fencing because the swords you're dealing with are like less than 500 grams. But, you know, the lightest swords that we use are like 600, 750, and those are the light ones. We're talking like 1,700 grams, you know, long swords. And so there's a lot of force generated there. And you're definitely going to get some waffle face if you have this kind of helmet and don't do anything about it. And so I've already put this strap on here. So let me show you. Basically, I use Chicago screws. I made a hole on that, and this is the first one I did, so I put a couple holes in there. No big deal. It's a nice strap. You can see the Velcro that runs just above the strap. And the first one I did was my first rodeo with that. And when I sweat a lot, and the tanning chems just kind of hit my eyes and it stung a little bit. So, and it's not a big deal after a while. Those chems sort of wash out from your sweat. So what I decided to do is I put this on the back side so that I could take this out and wash it and put it back on and still have the comfort of this material because it is nice material. But now with that strap in place, this is no longer a weak spot of the design, and this, I will not get the waffle face with this, and it's just simple. You could stop there if you wanted to, and you're probably not going to get waffle face. But later on, I am going to put another modification near the mouth. I don't feel secure enough with that just because I'm used to this mod here, right? This mod there. I really like that. So I'm going to do something with this helmet. Well, if you guys aren't seasick, I'm failing at making you seasick. So I'm going to do another one, some kind of mod there. Haven't decided what. Otherwise, it's a nice helmet. I'm going to put a bunch of other mods on this. I'm going to show you perhaps how that goes later. Anyway, losing my voice, guys, so I'm signing off, and I'll talk to you later. Cheers.